what are you doing?
Dude, are you kidding me? Last Thursday I downloaded Facebook to look at baby pictures, and you have no idea what I read. Let me show you. According to a 2012 Gallup poll, 43% of American households have a gun in their home. I forgot mine. In 2010, approximately 31,000 Americans died from homicides, suicides, and unintentional shootings. Firearms are the third leading cause of injury-related deaths in 2010, following poisoning and motor vehicle accidents. Between 2005 and 2010, 3,800 people were killed in the USA from unintentional shootings, like an accident. A federal study concluded that 8% of unintentional shooting deaths occurred when a child under the age of 6 pulls the trigger. Let's take a look at some real life examples, like example number 1. A guy was a cop for 6 months. He went to a party. One of the guests asked him what to do with the gun. He took out his pistol, racked the slide to clear the round, pulled the magazine out, put the gun to his head, and BAM! He died! Example number 2. A guy didn't have a drill, but he wanted a hole in his wall, so you know what he did? He shot a hole in his wall. You want to know who died outside? His wife! A bullet in the chest! Example number 3. A 12-year-old was riding with his 11-year-old sister in the back of their father's pickup truck holding a gun. The father believed he had removed all the bullets, but when the 12-year-old picked up the gun and pointed at his sister, she had blood coming from her mouth. Horrible! I don't want to be example number 4. That's why I'm up in the tree. DSHS reports that in Washington State alone, 25% only occasionally lock and store their bullets separately from their guns. 25%! 48% do not regularly equip guns with child safety locks or trigger locks. And 30% of handgun-owning homes, the gun is stored unlocked and loaded at the time of the survey. You see why I'm up here?
Hey man, good thing I added you on Facebook. I'm gonna post a video on your wall, okay?
Dude, thank the Assemblies of God because I'm scared!
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. You know, an important thing about gun safety is making yourself known. I'm Hanson, and today we're going to be talking about gun safety, so enjoy the ride. Have you ever considered crawling up in a tree because you're so scared of guns and all of the statistics you hear on Facebook? Well, today I'm going to teach you a little bit about gun safety and how you can protect yourself, protect your family, and protect your kids. First thing I want to go over is gun handling. There are 4 basic rules to gun handling. The first one is always considered a gun loaded, no matter what. If your friend tells you it's unloaded, it is still loaded. We don't ever want to hear, I didn't think it was loaded. Rule number 2 is never have your finger on the trigger. Always keep your finger off the trigger until you are sure what you want to shoot. Which leads us into rule number 3. Don't ever point at anything that you're not willing to destroy, because if it accidentally goes off, whatever is in the path of the gun will be destroyed. And the 4th rule is always be sure of your target and what's beyond your target. Let's take a look at the 4 different areas of safety in depth. Come on over here. Joe, how are you doing today?
Oh, good, Hanson. How you doing?
Good. Is your gun loaded?
It is loaded, yes.
Can you unload it for me?
Absolutely. Here you go.
May I have the... Is it unloaded now?
It's absolutely unloaded, yep.
Absolutely positively?
I'm pretty sure.
Well, why don't you go ahead and since you're sure of your target back there, why don't you see what happens when you try to unload a round?
I'll do it. I don't know what good it's going to do. Oh!
As you can see, Trevor didn't listen to rule number 2. Never have your finger on the trigger unless you're sure. Trevor, would you look behind you and see what happens if you shot that off? You would have shot Joe right in the face.
I should probably take my finger out of there. Yeah, so like this, right? You always just like to keep your finger
Yeah, pretty much.
off
I mean,
the
just
trigger.
keep it off the trigger. Trevor, what are you doing?
What?
Do you see that truck right there? That truck right there is worth more than you make in a year. Well, maybe it used to. Remember what I told you about not pointing things that you don't want to destroy?
Yes, sir.
What if there were people in that truck?
I feel mighty bad.
Now that we've demonstrated the first 3, I'm going to demonstrate what it means to pick your target and be sure of what's on your target, beyond your target. I've set up a target right there, and beyond that target is a hill. So I know that I'm not going to be firing into anybody's house. Let me demonstrate what it would be like to fire off a round into a target.
Hold on there, Hanson. I know you're the expert and everything, but don't get overconfident. If you look down the hill here, you can see Trevor's relieving himself.
I should have known. Trevor!
Oh, hey, guys.
You think Trevor's got it? The 4 safety rules?
You might. Let's ask.
Trevor, do you know the 4 safety rules?
Yeah, I think so. So, always keep your gun loaded because you never know what's going to happen. For instance, my gun right now is not loaded because I don't see anything in the chamber. Also, it's okay to keep your finger on the trigger as long as you got a steady trigger finger and you're a good shot. And the safety's on. So, I think that's all I learned today.
Hold this for a second, Hanson.
Jeez. You daft or something?
Let me just see that really quick. Thanks. I think this might be a little more your speed.
What?
A silly firearm for silly people. Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. I'm just putting the final touches here on a little bit of preventative firearm maintenance. As everybody knows, preventative maintenance is part of the proper gun ownership. If I can just get this in here, we'll go ahead and put the gun back together. And I think that should work.
Oh, hey, guys.
Oh, hey, Trevor. How you doing?
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, hey, Hanson. Yeah, we're just finishing up some preventive maintenance on this shotgun here.
I'm coming up with you.
Thanks for dropping in. Trevor, would you like to show us a little bit about how to properly store this bad boy?
I would love to. Okay, so in order to store your gun safely in your house, we have 1, 2, and 3 proper storing techniques. So let's go with the traditional. This is a normal, just padded case just to protect the safety of your gun. This is a locked box case, so we have a key to open it. Keep that away from your children. Only you should know where it's at. And then we have this lockbox right here. So, and inside, he holds our firearm. And as you see, there is a special trigger lock on here to keep your gun more safe. So, as you can see, pretty easy to assemble. And just some facts here about King County. There's more than 25,000 people that have said that they keep loaded guns in their house that aren't kept in lockboxes or anything particular where children are able to access, which is pretty dangerous to me. What do you think about that?
It's dangerous.
Yes.
I think it's also important to note that a soft case is not a locked case. So
Yes.
you can go ahead and put the soft case in the lockbox as well,
Yes.
if it fits.
That's a good idea.
And it's always good to keep your ammunition separate from your guns in a locked case, just to keep everything more safe.
That's right, Trevor. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, now we can go back and get you out of that metaphorical tree because the safety techniques we talked about today should keep you safe.
Thank God that my trepidation's lifted. And thank God for those mercies that are hitting their target audience of all Americans owning weapons in this God-blessed country. I'm gonna go home and secure my weapon.
But I've lost everything to you. You say you wanna start something new, and it's breaking my heart you're leaving. Baby, I'm grieving.